All right. Some nights it seems like it takes like, 2 minutes to get itself live. And then other nights it's like, there it is.
I was waiting for it so I could say hi to my goat.
Meh.
Meh. Nah, GOAT stands for greatest of all time.
It took me a while to figure that out when that first started going around.
And people are saying, "Oh, he's my GOAT."
Yeah, and I was into Black Ops and all this other stuff, and there's all this GOAT flying around. I'm like, what is GOAT?
I think it's a great acronym. In this case, I'd have to say he's the greatest of all time fan of the FPVnoobtube since he's always the first full in here.
I know, right? I have to throw that guy something.
That's what I'm talking about. I think I already know what it is. We'll have to get an address from Twisted Goat and give him a little prize.
So we're hoping for the best for this weekend. We've been watching the weather because, we kind of had a contingency. The first thing was, we're going to go away and have this weekend, but because of weather, we couldn't commit for sure and say we're only going to go this weekend because if the weather's bad, it's not worth going, right?
Right.
So the plan was to go this weekend, and if it looks like the weather's going to be bad, then we put it off till the following weekend. Of course, if that ends up being bad, then don't know what we're doing. But this weekend looks like it might pan out. It's supposed to be a little windy, about 25-mile-an-hour winds on Saturday and cloudy. But Sunday's supposed to be mostly sunny and only 10 to 15-mile-an-hour winds. So,
not bad.
No.
What's up, Quake? Upstate New York.
Oh, okay. We're going to be in downstate New York this weekend. Long Island, specifically. Where in upstate New York? Because if I'm not mistaken, I might be somewhere around Syracuse soon.
Yeah, everybody gets to fly with Josh but me. The guy he's supposed to be flying with most.
Yeah. Oh, hour north of Albany. Okay.
All right, I found your prize, Goat. Some Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
It'd be amazing if it was still intact when it arrived.
What side? What's up, brother?
Man, so up where you are, Quake, it looks like there's good stuff possibly for flying. I mean, I know you've got, I'm going to call them hills. They're the Appalachian Mountains, but they're more hills.
At least up there.
Yeah, but there's some lakes and stuff going on up there too. He's almost in that Canadian territory.
Ew. Just kidding.
Maybe not quite that far, but still. Hey, West Side.
Hell yeah, huh? Chick-fil-A is the bomb with that peanut grease.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, West Side, that video his video already came out, and mine's going to come out in the next day or two here. That was pretty cool, man. Turns out we're both from from Southern California, and dude, we just got together and was like talking about where we lived in California, and he's like, "Oh, I know where that is." I'm like, "Oh, I know where that was." It was kind of cool. We were actually flying in some crazy ass wind. I swear it was like 35 to 40 mile an hour winds, and he taught me a couple tricks on how to use the wind when you have to deal with it like that. And man, I did this power loop, dude, inverted for days. It was kind of cool. We also both burnt shit up. So it was a good day. In Rancho, damn, son. I'm from the South OC, bitch. Well, West Side, yes, be one with the wind. The trick is when you're going against the wind, stay as low to the ground as possible. And then when you finally decide you want to turn around, you just pop it up, dude, and you're sailing. You do whatever you want.
Yesterday was a beautiful day, and I was out, doing some of this battery testing and almost going MV Astro on these things. Just, I know that they've done a lot of them, but, there's been time in it, and the formula changes and the construction changes a little bit, and their rigs are different too. So you got to remember that theirs are probably way more power hungry than mine. And this year, one of my goals is to be competitive in the local multi-GP chapter. So I took this to the extreme and took a handful of these batteries out that I have on hand. And, a lot of these I even bought brand new to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I don't want to use batteries, obviously, that are a year old, 100 cycles in. Right? So I took these things out and I decided, you know what, we're just going to torture test them, in the worst way possible. Throw the stick up to 100% and just leave it there. And I don't mean for like 10 seconds. I mean, I was running these things, right?
Yeah, you were basically trying to burn out your ESCs is what you were doing.
A little bit of that going on too. I'm kind of testing the rig to see if there's any weak spots.
Yeah, how'd your motor smell?
Just fine.
Anyway,
I checked it all, but it was really interesting because some of these I actually had higher expectations for than others based on the price that they typically go for, based on the fact that one of them was a 1500 mAh battery, and larger cells usually take that sort of torture better. And you just put all this stuff together, and I was really surprised at what I saw. There were some things I suspected from my flight experiences recently, but the long and short is that the best budget batteries, because I'm not going to go out and buy a Seahees for, $30, $35 a pack.
A what he's?
A Seahees.
Okay.
MV swears by them, but again, those guys are right. So the best budget batteries that I've found to date, and what the killer is that they are also the cheapest, are the Ovonics.
Just ordered 15.6S Ovonics.
Westside says CNHL. I have math. I have numbers that state otherwise. The Ovonics are lighter. They are smaller, so it's easy to move the CG around, and they cost like $3 to $4 less per pack than the CNHLs.
Argue with math, motherfucker. Boom.
Look, guys, you go on Amazon, you find Ovonics. They are for like $16 shipped. Unless you're on that amazing 2-3 time a year CNHL sale, you can't touch that price at CNHL. So
yeah, I ordered 15 was it 6 cell 1000 mAh. They were $21 a piece. You cannot beat that with you just can't beat it. And they're the same exact pack as Gen Ace and Tattoo R-Line. So I mean, come on.
Oh, where'd I put them?
Where'd he go?
Sorry.
Anyway,
I got asked a question, so I was going to throw it out there.
What's up?
All right. So Westside wants to know which ones I ran, and Chuck's going to get a kick out of one of these answers. All right. So first and foremost, I have some of these things lingering, okay? Thunder Power Adrenalines. The thing is, these things are 18 months old. They are really, really deep. All I threw it out there for was to see if I could blow it up yet. And let me tell you, they didn't blow up. I was getting just as good of a run out of these as I was getting out of the other ones. Little bit saggier, but really not much. And yeah, they got hot, but they didn't puff. They didn't, none of that, right? So again, that was for giggles, but it's worth stating, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with these because some of my other packs kind of crapped out early, but this one seems to be good. So
well, yeah, I bought 10 of them, and I lost 2 cells in 2 years out of 10 packs with those adrenalines, and I got them on sale, of course. I would not pay adrenaline price, not for what you get, but they're tough-ass batteries. I'll give them that.
Yep. So next, I'm going to throw this one out here first. Now, all these batteries, initially, I got for free, except the CNHLs, okay? So perfect scenario for testing anyway, because it's not like it's costing me anything. Then we've got these Lumineers. Now, this is a Lumineer 1500 pack. Compare it to a CNHL, it's still smaller and lighter, just barely smaller, but it is lighter. And so I figured, you know, 1500 mAh pack, you know, this thing should stand up to some torture pretty good. Nope. When I landed, I'm telling you, I could hear a little bit of a sizzle, and this thing was fat. And so I took it off and threw it in the lawn next to me and let it sit there. Now, when it cooled down, it's not puffy anymore, but it can't trick me. There's puff in there. So
HR
next,
stuff.
We've got these Scorpion power batteries. Now, Scorpion sent me these, and let me tell you, of all the batteries that I'm testing, these cost the most, all right, if you're going to buy them. These things are turds. They do not keep up with the draw. They are smaller and lighter than pretty much anything else, but only by a little bit. But if it can't keep up, it's not doing me any good. But for $30, $35 a pack, nope.
Well, hey, Westside, why don't you send him a brand new one and he'll test it just like he did these ones?
I will too.
Especially since you're getting them free. I mean, shit, why not?
Right?
If it works, they'll send it back to you.
Next, we've got these gold bats. Now, these were doing some rounds on the FPV areas. They were giving them away. And these are only sold in 2 packs. So you get 2 for like $33 shipped on Amazon. This is not a bad pack for what it is. In fact, I would put it in the number 2 spot because it was just behind the Ovonic, which is interesting because the Ovonic in this are the same size and share a lot of traits. Doesn't mean they do come from the same place, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Hey, Westside said he'll get you one to test.
I'm down with that. I'll throw it in the mix because I've got a video getting ready to land going through the first 4, and then I'm going to throw the gold bat on the end of it. Then we get the Ovonic, and then last was, you know, like I said, CNHL. They're all 1,300 mAh packs, but they're all also somewhere between 75C and 100C. So that's what I threw out there. You know, I figured that was a pretty good spread. We could take a look and see, or I could take a look and see how they're performing. Then obviously I'd be sharing my results with everybody else. It's not scientific like Bardwell. You know, I don't have a Bardwell machine that's going to plot graphs and all that other stuff. This was just take my rig, put the battery on it, and run it hard.
Hey, I'd say that gives it real world cred.
And then what I'm showing you is, you know, the output from my OSD, the amp draw, the mAh, the amount of milliamps drawn, all that other good stuff. So, and most important to me, the overall voltage, because that's where you really start to see the differences coming in. The Ovonic and the Gold Bat hung it pretty much mid-13s once it settled in, because initially they'd drop to like high 12s and then they would bounce back a little. Hey, Westside. Pretty sure I said that already.
We got a
full.
Yeah, right. We got a bunch of people that are just that are lurking, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, and then next, I'm also going to be going through some props. So I got some Johnny props. I got some different Gem Fan props. Today I ran my first set of gem fans. I haven't run any of my new ones yet, except for those today. And they're coming in a little bit smaller, you know, oh no, these were 5.1 by 4.6s, but they have a really nice soft feel, even though they've got a good response, and they've got better prop wash handling than any of their other gem fan offerings. And I love it. They don't have these little wing tips.
I hate those fucking things.
I do too, because they're the first thing to get torn up, and then they throw the battery out of balance. So yeah, you know, with spring being here, today's the first official day of spring, so happy spring to everybody. Can we get a happy hump day whoop whoop to that?
Whoop, motherfucking whoop. I'm so sick of this winter shit. I'm so fucking happy. Now, if it would just stop raining, I could get some fucking flying done.
Are the trees budding where you are?
Just barely a hint of the little tips poking out. I was like, I saw that today. I was like, yeah.
Means good things.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't wait to get my leaves back, dude. The video I'm going to put out in a day or two here would have been like 10 times better, dude, if it had leaves on the trees. Seriously.
And I know you're in a different spot because of your HDOs, but for me, it still comes to visibility more than anything.
Well, I mean, I can see scraggle, but it's not, I can see it a little farther away than you can. That's about the extent.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's not like profound, but it works. I let Copper Top try them actually, and he's like, oh well, thanks a lot for letting me try them, bro. I was thinking about upgrading, and I'm not gonna.
Oh, so he's kind of in that ground where he's not impressed enough to pay the price.
Well, he's got a decent set already too. So no, wait, he's running Dom V3s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he just didn't like the 4.3 maybe.
Yeah, for me, I can see it. It's just hard. And, you know, when you start to get a good line running and you start to, you know, balls out a little bit and you're really starting to try to get close because for me, that's where it starts to get me, is where I start getting closer to things, right? And, you know, out of nowhere, Ghost Branch. Whereas it happens a lot less in the summer because everything's covered with leaves.
Hey, wait till you see my freaking all my crashes that I threw on the end of the video, dude. It's just like scraggle, 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 scraggle.
It pisses me off because come fall last year, I was really getting to where I was getting pretty good at doing one-pack runs that were pretty well put together. And then winter came, and it's like all I can do to piece something together.
Hey, what's up, Mike Chan? Welcome to the stream, brother.
Hey. Nice to see a friendly face, and then we got Dwayne in here too.
Oh yeah, Dwayne, what's up, dog? Motherfucker.
So I want to mention, because you know, you guys, I promised you about 2 weeks ago that we were going to get that next challenge out, and due to weather, I just haven't been able to get out and run. We're going to have a Y'authority challenge. We're going to challenge you guys to put a track together, but I want to demonstrate for you. I know that he was just stirring the pot. I'm down with stirring the pot. It's because I put Rotor Riot Fan Club in the title.
That's funny. I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. I always try to find something to throw in there.
Hey, I'll tell you guys.
Like having the chin here.
Yeah, real quick, I'll tell you guys. I'm using it on my crash reel on the end of my next video, but I found an old song from the Beastie Boys before they were the Beastie Boys, when they were just a shitty punk rock band from New York, right? And it's called Riot Fight. It's a 30-second song, right? It's nothing. It's just a quick punk rock thrash song. And when they're singing I need to look up the lyrics to see if it actually says it, but it sounds like they're going, Rotor Riot Fight, Rotor Riot Fight. And I was just like, yes,
Very nice. Well, since we got some people in here, I want to remind you guys, in case anybody's new, to like, sub, and comment. You know, maybe even consider ringing that bell if you enjoy the live streams. If it's your first time here, you might want to consider coming back. We've been putting these on every week. And this year, we started with something new, doing giveaways. It's not a giveaway every week, but when we get good attendance in the live stream, we like to throw something out there. So We do some giveaways tailored to anybody present, other ones that are tailored to super chatters. So
yeah, and the way that works is just make a super chat donation and you're in the running until I pull, because you know how YouTube or AdSense lets you pull out when it gets to $100 you can pull it out, right? So when I pull it out and we're up to 100 now, I just got to do it and get some prizes or a big prize. I haven't decided yet. Then the list starts over. And if you donate $5, you're in. If you want to donate more, that's just freaking awesome. Awesome of you guys. And it's all coming back to you. We're not taking a single dollar of this stuff. I'll even pay the damn shipping out of my own pocket. Everything's going to prize.
Good deal.
What's up, Kush?
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.
So, yeah, back to these props. The Gem fans, you know, like I said, they were the most like what I've been flying, so I just kind of decided that's what I'm going to go with today because I just wanted to keep it familiar. And again, 5.1 by 4.6. But the Azure Johnny props that I got really have my attention because they're a little smaller than 5 inches, and they're only like a 3.1 pitch.
Plummet, Kush, you're the man. Josh, continue.
I'm updating my list. Since I can't trust YouTube to keep up with it anymore, I have to make sure that I'm manually doing it.
Good. So, Lord knows if we fuck up a giveaway, you know.
Well, I don't want to, right? So, and the only thing I haven't bit the bullet and bought yet, and it's just because everybody else kind of jumped on that bandwagon, was the Watermelon S3 props.
Now, but I have jumped on that bandwagon.
Johnny props because they seem similar-ish.
Say that again. I was talking over you.
Sorry. I said, you're the one that even really made me consider the Johnny props because they share some similar traits to the S3s.
Yeah, and hey, I am jumping all over that S3. I'm not a huge fan of the company ethics for reasons that we've discussed before, but obviously it ain't that big of a deal because, oh my God, that's a hell of a fucking prop for really high KV or, you know, 6S like it's meant for. And yep. I'm making that transition to 6S as we speak with all my quads. So I'm going to go buy a shitload of those things. And they are a great prop. They're durable as fuck. And they're probably one of the lightest props around, which is, I think, what makes them so special.
And so that's something I've been paying a lot of attention to. You know, Chin mentions the 5.4.3s. You know, that was my go-to prop last year. I would throw something else in there to mix it up once in a while, and I still do that. You know, I got some oddball stuff over here, but the 5.4.3s were my go-to. This year, I made a different plunge. Instead of using 2300, 2400 kV motors, I jumped to 2750. And initially, I had to throw some throttle limiting on because, man, they were more motor than I wanted, and they were producing more pop than I was used to. And I was having a hard time adjusting to it. But my thinking is that with the S3s or the Johnny prop or something like that, that I can get rid of at least some of that throttle limiting, get some of that full band back of the motor, but make better use of it.
Now, I'll throw another prop size into the mix, especially for you HQ fans that might not want to go with an ethics prop or something like that, is the 5.1 3.1. It is virtually identical to the S3 prop, except it's a little heavier because it's got a thicker hub, but it flies just about the same. Probably maybe just an ass hair less durable, but nothing to worry about. But also a great prop. And everybody I say this to goes, "You 3.1? That's so low." I'm like, dude, I have control, I have speed, and let me remind you again, for high KV or 6S.
Yeah, and the thing with 6S, I'll be honest, 6S is better equipped to handle a heavy prop, but when you go down, you know, take your KV down like 1700, that's the equivalent of a 2450 KV 4S. And when you go the 1900, that's about the 2700 kV 4S. So you're not spinning the prop any harder. I keep hearing people talk about 6S like it's spinning that prop faster, and it isn't, because you're usually canceling that out with the slower kV.
Exactly. I mean, I think people got into the mindset of what 5S is for. 5S is for more power. It's for ripping more balls in one pack. 6S, it can be for that if you set it up that way. You might be going through some ESCs, but that's not in generally what it's meant for.
No, but what you get is more torque delivery, more consistent torque delivery. You got more voltage behind it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. And I have relatively light builds for freestyle, so I'm kind of counting on that because I know the 6S packs are going to add some serious weight to it.
Yeah, I'm the last time I went out and bought batteries, I bought all 4S, and that's why I sized my motors like I did, because I'm not quite to the spot where I'm sold on 6S yet. But for me, it's only because of price. I can get 4S's so cheap right now.
Yeah.
That I don't want to make that, or at the time I didn't want to make that 6S plunge. But when these motors are gone, maybe it'll be time to start going the 6S route.
Mike, it's funny.
I like the way he talks.
Right? I know. I need to start talking with Mike more. I'm friends with him on Facebook, but I haven't really gotten into his posts yet.
Yeah.
That's funny. I always see you causing shit, though.
I can't help it. It's just how I roll.
Yeah, that's basically why I decided to make the switch. As we all know, this time of year, most of us have a little extra money from the tax return. And I look into it, and I'm like, well, hey, if I just take this initial hit for buying these batteries, then it's not really going to cost me anymore to maintain the hobby for the year than it would if I bought a bunch more 4S's.
Yeah.
And I found those Ovonics for $21 a piece, and I was just, shit, dude, I'm doing it.
Yeah, $21 for what? You say 1000 mAh 6S?
Yeah. Standard size is 1000 to 1100 for 6S.
Right, because you don't want to go too heavy.
Yeah, I've seen people use some 13s, but that's a bit heavier.
Yeah, and watt hours wise, you're still getting the same output as a heavier, or so not a heavier, a larger 4S, like a 1300 to 1500. So, yeah, good deal. Hey, Chad, did you get that quad, buddy?
Yes, we all want to know. Did you fly it? Did you rip it? Did you crash it? Did you smash it?
Well, we weren't able to put a receiver in it for him, so that part's left to him, but everything else was there.
Excuses. Did you rip it?
So
Where's the video?
Keep an eye out for those responses.
Where's the fucking video?
Originally, I was planning on assembling it for him, but I ended up just sending the frame to Joe, and Joe put it together. Joe's an electronics engineer, so you got to recover. Recover from what? Nobody.
Did you get the quad or what? We're confused here.
Well, and he should have. So I'm just making sure that something didn't get lost in transit or whatnot. So
yeah,
Aaron, I'm sold. I'm going to be on the Ovonic train for a little while. I'm even putting a spec wing together right now because I'm considering trying to get into some wing races this year. And I went ahead with okay, so it's not there yet. I'll check with Joe and see what's going on with that. So make sure it got out. Anyway, I went ahead and jumped on the Ovonics for the spec wing batteries too.
Oh, hey, Kush, a single quad, huh? I just dropped $1,000 a couple days ago. I bought a trash can. I bought all the batteries for that, all the mods for it. I bought a frame. Well, I'm going to get 2 more, and I still got to get props. I got all those 6S batteries. Shit. Some more KISS stuff. I got a couple of those new TBS Evos, which is great because I've not been running OSD, and I wanted it again. So.
those Evos, I kind of like a few things that they did with that, but I'll be honest, I don't know fully what the benefit is of putting the UFL connector in the middle of the board.
They'll tell you exactly what it's for, and that's that's besides the OS built-in OSD. That's the main reason I wanted it, is because it's designed to be put on the top plate, kind of like steel does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It
Right?
also, see, in my mind, so it looks like this is the part I can't see real clear in pictures. Looks like there's a little nub on the back of it too, that there's some shrink wrap or something to help secure that UFL cable or the SMA cable.
I didn't notice.
It's the way it looked. And anyway, you throw those two things together, throw some shrink wrap around it, designed to not get torqued off the board. That's kind of what I was thinking. And so with that being placed in the middle, it doesn't matter if you run it out the front or the back. Throw some shrink wrap around it, it should be more secure than the one that's located at the edge. Because a lot of us, we're running the cable back across the board. You know, the first thing we do is get it, flip the cable around and tear all the little black shit off and run it back across the board and heat shrink it. So we had to do something to our VTX before we ever flew with it.
Yeah, and I really do love the fact that they screwed that bar over the top of the UFL. That it just cemented TVS for VTXs in my mind forever. I don't give a shit what they cost.
Yep, I'm with you. Yeah, see, I'm with Mike. I did that every time. I'd take it out of the package, and the first thing I'd do is flip that cable around before I did anything else.
Yep, me too. Yeah,
so
it's funny.
I saw this going around too. Somebody asked where the best place to get props was, or sorry, they asked if there was anybody running prop sales. And so I made a note of that. I wanted to get back to it. I've been keeping an eye out, and I haven't seen anybody running any great sales right now on anything, to be quite honest. But PyroFlip has a really nice quantity discount. So go over to pyrodronerc.com and check out their prop discounts.
All right. Let's see here. Quake was asking if anybody tried the Mobula HD yet. I kind of got a little soured on it because of Stu's review of it. Just it was kind of sluggish for what it was supposed to be and stuff like that. I'm sure it's probably pretty damn good. I went with the trash can though. It's in the freaking mail right now, and I'm doing everything. I'm taking off all the motor connections and direct soldering. I'm switching to an XT30. I only bought 2S 450 mAh batteries for it, some tattoos. And so that thing's going to be a machine, dude, because I did a lot of research, and I was watching this one guy's video about modding, you know, the trash can. And one of the mods as well was putting on a micro axis, and just like doubles your range. And dude, the way he flew that thing, because Josh keeps talking about, you know, these micros, they won't fly like you want them to fly. Not really. I mean, they're fun, but they won't really fly the way you want them to fly, like your 5-inch does. But dude, I was watching this video, and that dude just ripped the shit out of it like it was a damn 5-inch. So I'm modding this thing up. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah. And I think you'll discover in your own time. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that they're still giving those things a lot more throttle. And so part of when I say this thing flies like a 5-inch is trying to counter some of the behaviors that you get with ducted props.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't see any washout, dude. I didn't even really see any flutter on coming down on its own wind. I was just like, whoa, okay, purchase.
Yeah, with the higher cell count batteries, you can counter some of that since you have more power at play, because all those behaviors and all those characteristics are caused by air moving backwards over the props.
Nice. It's 1 or 2S on the trash can there, Bandito. My favorite Bandito burrito, Mr. Troll Extraordinaire.
So let's go ahead.
Glad to hear that, Quake.
This right here, guys, brand new Gold Bat 4S 1300 mAh battery. That's the next giveaway item. we feeling giveaway tonight?
I don't know how many people we got in here. I don't think Mike needs another battery.
And we got 6 contributors so far. So
I'm just talking shit, Mike. If you want it, we'll send it to you. just gotta donate. Woo,
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flash that out there a little bit. I'm feeling like if everything goes well, I want to give this thing away and drop it in the mail tonight. Look at Chad. I need it.
You're still in the running.
Damn quad from the first giveaway.
Right. You're still in the running, Chad, so don't worry about it. We haven't pulled out the 100 that's in the bank right yet, so it has not reset. Everybody that's in it is in it.
Oh, okay. Then we have more than 6. All right. Now I'm really excited to give it away.
All right. Well, if you guys want a battery for $5, possibly, throw in your donations.
Yeah.
It all goes to more giveaways.
Yeah, I'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll go ahead and not drag it out all night.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that, though, I haven't seen any sales going on, and I try to keep a good eye on that because I typically don't pay full price for anything, and I don't pay just 5% off either. Not knocking the chin discount. The props are why I am. The prop discounts are why I typically buy those from PyroFlip, because even if I'm starting to run low, which is almost impossible, as long as I buy 20 sets, I get that $2 a bag price.
Look at Plummet. That's because Plummet wins everything.
Yeah, he wins everything and he doesn't want it.
And he donates more than anybody.
Anybody. Oh, man.
You know what? Me too, Mike. I'm running 2 years on 10 adrenalines that I bought. Well, 12, because 2 of them went out for bad cells. But they are actually, I'm sure the resistance on them is crazy, but I'm still getting 3 minutes and 30 seconds solid. So, I mean, I'm like, fuck yeah.
And then the awkward silence came in.
Right. I was just reading freaking Mike.
Well,
if there was
I'm pulling up a random name picker, but I don't multitask well.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, if I could have one sponsor, I would be props. I care less about any of it. I'll gladly give all my money to this hobby. Gladly.
We're all self-funded, Kush.
Hell yeah. It's live silence. LMD. For the channel, not the battery. So you mean you wouldn't want the battery?
Everybody needs a battery.
Yeah, Mike, batteries, I don't find batteries so bad, but I don't do what people normally do. They buy a battery here, a battery there. I tend to buy a bulk set and have them I plan to have them for the year. That's why when I say I dropped $1,000 into the hobby, people are like, what the, actually it's more like 1,300 now. People are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm kind of buying for the year. And then throughout the year, I only got to buy little parts here and there.
Yeah, and I won't buy them in typically as much bulk as you, but I've been known to buy anywhere between like 8 and 12 at a time. And CNHL was my go-to. Every time they ran that liquidation sale, I was like, hey, time to buy batteries.
Oh, yeah, smash that like button for us, guys.
Yeah, Mike.
We need all the help we can get.
All right, well, let's do this.
I just read that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since Josh has got that pulled up, I'm going to say for anybody who hasn't donated yet and whose name isn't on that list right there, I'm sure he'll scroll it up and down just to make sure you're still there.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to be, say so now, and give you guys the last chance to do a $5 donation if you want in on this giveaway and any future giveaways until I pull out the hundo for the next batch.
All right.
Which will probably take me a couple of weeks because, let's face it, I'm a fucking lagger.
Well, there's our list. It's got a really nice looking. Now, I know there's a couple duplicates in there, but this will filter them out.
Take Mike out if he's in. Chin.
All right. Well, I throw everybody in. And I know Plummet, too. I better take him out. In fact, he's up here again, too.
Well, he wins too many more times anyway. We're going to have a riot on our hands.
Right? Well, for a while, it was like all we could do to give stuff away. All right, here goes. Who's it going to be?
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, Kush. Hey, Kush, hit me up on Facebook Messenger.
Kush, hell yeah, brother. You got a new pack.
Congrats, Kush.
Blow it up. Tell us how it smells.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, this one, it wasn't intentional, but I wasn't paying attention when I started testing the Gold Bat. And what I was doing initially with the other batteries was running them down to like 500, 600 mAh. And then I would give it a short break to see how well it rebounded. And then I would do the rest, right? Meaning do the rest. It would kick in about 600 mAh up to 1,000. Well, with the Gold Bat, it hit 100, and I just left it there for like 1,100 mAh. It did great.
Nice.
And when I say that, it didn't come down like super hot, like because a few of these came down so hot you didn't want to hold them.
Yeah, you were saying that came in basically second place in your little test out of all of them, right?
And when I say second, I'm not talking like a big second. Like we're splitting hairs.
Nice.
So it'll be a good battery for you.
Sweet.
Yep. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger, Kush, and I'll get your address and all that good stuff from you so we can get this thing in the mail.
Also, eDrone, you've actually used these batteries, huh? Nice.
eDrone pushes Gold Bats like I push Ovonic.
Say it.
I think he was trying to sweet talk him a little bit to throw him some packs.
Come on, Josh, say it.
What's that?
Read the chat.
Hot Ma.
Say it with some feeling.
Hot Ma.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, and look, when we're talking price too, the Gold Bats cost more than the Ovonic, but only by like 50 cents a pack or $1 a pack. Not that big a deal. I really wouldn't be surprised if they were made in the same factory, but just to a slightly lesser standard. And when I say lesser, look, we're talking like little things, right? So for instance, they both have this tape going around, right? Now, that's a little thing, but that tape provides a lot of, a lot of stability. Now, the Ovonic has the balanced lead coming out of the same spot as the main power lead. The Gold Bat does not. And I don't know if there's cost savings in that or what, but everything else is really, really strangely similar. So do with it what you will. Oh, mama. So you guys, let's see. You're up in northern New York. I don't know if he's still here.
Are you still here?
I'm just going to say, why are you muted?
Do you really want to know?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he said he's there. So you got budding going on the trees yet, quick? Because man, we got about a week ago they were barely sticking out. Now we've got good buds on the trees, but nothing's in bloom yet. But I am in the spring spirit, man. Yesterday I went out at 5. It didn't get dark until like 6:30. I went out and flew for a little bit. There was no wind. There was no clouds in the sky. It was just wonderful.
Nothing but scraggle, yeah. He's a little farther north. It takes a little longer.
The next week, I'll be in Virginia, really close to the Virginia-Tennessee border. There's a town that actually borders both states. And they've got a beautiful park there. I'm looking forward to hitting it again. What I didn't see until I was exiting is there's also a really nice area where there's a stream running through it.
Yeah, your quad hasn't gotten wet in a while. I think you need to give it a dip.
I still haven't normaled it. I've had it packed with snow and everything else.
Yeah, he's just starting to lose the snow up there. I kind of figured that because even in Illinois, in northern Illinois right now, you still see the snow piles behind the stores that haven't melted all the way. Double A, Ovonic is the word. Absolutely. For the price, I'm all over that shit. If I had endless money, I'd buy all top tier shit, whatever, but Ovonics will do.
Speaking of top tier, I want to throw a plug to our hot dog boys. We're not getting anything for this, but I'll kind of push them, see if we can get a NoobTube discount or something. But even without it, look, even without it, if you need a goggle strap, if you need a battery strap, if you need a lanyard, if you're looking for what's called a transmitter strap to hold your, oh my God.
I'm not helping you.
If you need any of those accessories that deal with, there we go, that deal with elastic or any of the elastic items, you guys need to head on over to Hot Dog and check it out. Initially, you'll be like, well, I don't know if I want to spend $15 or $20 on a goggle strap. I'm telling you, it's life-changing.
Absolutely. Especially if you get this custom print of the pastel donuts.
All right. So look, guys, here's the deal. In case anybody's been picking up on the donut everything, we haven't like ever explained this. All right. There's only a few people that would probably ever put it together anyway. If you go, in fact, I'm going to get a link. So I'm going to give you a story while I'm talking. Chuck and I, it was like the second time we met. Pick him up. We hop in the car. We're riding to our spot, and we go, we fly for a little bit, and we decide, you know what, we're hungry. It's time to go get some dinner. So we hop in the car again, and Chuck's like, hey, you want a donut? And I had forgot that I had my GoPro sitting on the dash running. Now, of course, you know, anybody who's into the filming everything and putting edits together knows you do that sometimes just to see what you get. Well, this thing's sitting there, and there's two fat guys sitting in a car eating donuts talking about how good they are.
And they were fucking good. They were like coffee dippers, but half dipped in chocolate. Oh, dude.
What? There it is. Where did you get those, Chuck? Because you weren't the only person that ever said something about the brand of those donuts. If I'm not mistaken, somebody else talked about them.
I think it was at a Quick Trip or something like that. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, somewhere in that video is him and I sitting there talking about how good the donuts are.
Two fat guys just mauling away.
So ever since, I've called him my donut bro.
Life.
Oh, man.
At least
meetup's coming. I'm going to, you know, Chuck, I know we're taking this trip after we made its plans since you've been bugging me, but it's just because of weather, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Get there when the weather's worth being there.
No shit. I don't blame you.
All right.
Nice.
Got the push address going on. Go ahead and drop that in here. All right. Goshen, Indiana.
No, I have not Bandito, but I would eat it in a heartbeat. I don't know what the fuck that is. If it's got duck in it, that'd be great. I like duck. You ever try a duck donut? I think
Oh,
it's a brand.
no.
They come with bacon. Oh, bro, you just made me hard.
Oh, I have seen those. Where was I?
I mean, I've had a maple donut with bacon on them before, but
I'm trying to remember where I was, where they had a duck donut. Somebody tried telling me, that these were like your next level donuts. That's right. It was North Carolina. It was Spartanburg or somewhere outside of Charlotte.
hell yeah, Chad, they'd probably work great for that. Hey, I've done floor. I've used to do commercial flooring, and believe me, the straps do suck ass on pretty much all the knee pads. I bet they would work great. You stuck.
Of course,
Smoke
the first place I went wasn't laying floor.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's the Harold knee pad special. Look, I used to be in construction. I did a lot of home construction, did both the carpentry, masonry, hanging the sheetrock and spackling it, the painting, blah, 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 right? But we would also once in a while take on a commercial building. And I can remember we had something like a 6,000 or 8,000 square foot floor to do in a laundromat. And my knees, I'm telling you, have not been the same since then.
I know. I bet it makes. Hey, I bet
missing. So
I bet it makes.
Joe, sorry, go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say I bet it makes sucking dick real hard.
Yeah, those days are over. Wait, what? Listen, look at him rubbing it in. I work in my living room smoking weed all day.
Yeah, Kush, I'm the biggest stoner you've ever met that doesn't smoke weed. I'm a SoCal boy. I grew up in the clinics, basically, and yeah, haven't smoked in years.
Well, you guys noticed that Joe's missing. Joe had to drive to work this tonight, so when he left work at 5:30, he had a 4-hour drive ahead of him to get to somewhere for tomorrow. So he is either still on the road or just getting to where he's going. But he will enjoy knowing he was missed.
Hey, Mike, Rotor Riot fight! Rotor Riot fight! You guys you watch my video when it comes out, or just go listen to the song. It's fucking hilarious. I was just like, oh my god. Anyways.
Let me see. You guys have been good in here. You know what?
You looking for more goodies?
Always.
Why don't we do the one I talked about?
Okay, go for it. This one will do for everybody in here, though. All they had to do was be present.
All right. Well, it's going to be for anybody who's got 4-in-1 ESCs. Because if you got regular ESCs, it ain't going to do you much good. I don't have it out. I'm not prepared as usual, but it's red and black snakeskin for your motor wires, and I'll send you about a foot so you can do it. So you can do a quad.
All right, that's actually really cool. I was a little bit skeptical as to how much I would like it when I first got it, but I won't do a build without it now.
Right, same here. And I'm a guy who's made his own Lexan ESC covers. So, but yeah, whoever wants in, basically it's for the guys with the 4-in-1 ESC. Give me a hashtag Josh Loves Dick. And you'll be in the running.
Or I just grab the list of participants and make everybody partake.
Well, I mean, for somebody who's not going to do a 4-in-1, it would just be a waste. So let me see some hashtags if you guys want some snakeskin.
Yeah, we're going to get this last one together, and then we're actually going to cut it about 10 o'clock tonight, guys, because frankly, I've got to do some preparation for my trip this week. So,
the hell is it? I do want to show it to you guys, but I don't know where the fuck it is.
Oh, he's going to send you some imaginary stuff. We'll see how that works out.
Well, I got like 20 feet of it, so it's here, guys. I got it, I swear. All right, we got one hashtag. So one person is in so far.
Well, we won't even have to raffle that.
Yeah, we'll just give him the Sidewinder if nobody else says anything. My body gets ready, you sick bastard. Buffer drones. Plummet wants some snake.
Plummet needs some snake skin. Everybody needs some snake skin.
I didn't say he wanted snake skin. I said he wanted the snake. All right. So we got Kush and Sidewinder. And Squirrel. You got a 4-in-1 Squirrel? If you don't, I ain't sending you shit.
He does. It's already wrapped. That's okay.
Oh, all right. Oh, come on, Plummet. All right, Jeff wants some. Quake, we're giving away some snakeskin. Basically, he had that ESC wire cover that looks all sweet and fancy. For if you have a 4-in-1.
Here, I'll get some for you.
Bandito, I ain't putting you in shit. You already told me you're a troll. Unless you want it. Tell me.
So it's this. Now, you're going to laugh because I got pink to go with my purple for one of my builds. But it's plastic, or sorry, not plastic. It's nylon. So if you cut it, you know, you want to kind of hold it on your arm between your 4-in-1 and your motor. You cut it just a little bit shorter than you think you need, and you wrap both ends of that in, which is optional. I usually burn the ends with a lighter, and then I also put some shrink wrap around the ends just to reinforce the ends so they don't start splaying. It's good stuff, and a foot goes a long way. You could probably do 2 quads with a foot.
Yeah, I'll throw out a foot.
At least 2. All right, so I only have 4 so far, Chuck. You called Kush, Sidewinder, Chad, Jeff.
All right. Speak now or forever hold your peace on the snakeskin wire covers. They can't see what you're showing. It looks like nylon rope, dude, with no insides. It's black and red woven. Kind of like carbon looks. Double A's in it. LMD's in it. Quake.
All right, you tell me when to hit start, Chuck.
You got Rocha, you got Sidewinder, you got Kush. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Press the button.
That's it. She's done.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes, squirrel.
We're going to have to ban this guy. Chuck, I'll send you his address.
The camera's stuck on me, apparently, is what everybody's saying, or what Bandito's saying.
Really?
Yeah, it just loves
it. Shows that it's showing.
It loves the sexy beard. Maybe it's because I'm yapping so much.
Oh, I see what I did. Well, I didn't realize, but... And so, now that I realize what happened, but we already clicked it, so Chad wins it. Unless we click it again.
Hell yeah. So, Chad, the quad we're sending you actually has that on it already, but for your next build or 2, you got some snakeskin, man. So plan on 4-in-1s.
Yeah, it's this nylon stuff here. It's kind of tubular, and so what you'll typically do is measure your arm. You know, just kind of hold it up, cut it a little shorter than what you need. Then I usually burn the end since it's nylon, and then stick some shrink wrap around it. Both ends just to reinforce it. And, you know, 1 foot of this stuff goes a long way. Of course, that's more than a foot, but.
Mike wants to be banned.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any of those fan club bands running around. So,
Plus, we're so fucked up, you could hardly say anything that would offend us enough to ban you, bro.
are you kidding? Not us. Not us. We're friendly in lots of ways.
Chad says redo the raffle. He only needs a few inches. Now, I don't know if that second part was a joke or not, but it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, right.
Chad said, give it to me. Fucking Bandito.
What the heck? All right. I'll do
Well,
it.
Bandito, do you want in on it or not?
I know, right?
Half the time you say you don't, so tell me right now or you're fucked.
I have no idea what that means.
What?
Gove it good. Even give it good doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, 5-0.
5-0. Hey, well, since you just jumped in 5-0, are you interested in getting some snakeskin wire covers for your quads with 4-in-1 ESCs? Because we're about to give it away again. And Bandito, you better tell me whether you want in or not, bro. Because if you want in, I don't want to have you miss out.
Sure, why not? All right.
If I win, give it to Ed.
Oh man, you guys are tough. You know that?
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Juanito.
I think we're ready. We ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
Here goes. Drum roll, please. Ha! Too funny.
Bandito!
Which means Ed wins it. Love my drones is Ed, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ed, you just won it, so take it. Shut up. We're not giving it away again. Fuck you. You're building one with a 4-in-1.
I agree. Remember to get Chuck your address.
Yeah. Hit me up the messenger, bro.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, that's about all I have to talk about tonight. That's about all I have going on. And like I said, I have some more preparation to do. I've been putting off doing some things. So unless there's something Chuck wants to say or talk about, we're going to wrap this thing up.
I'm good.
All right. We will always, we love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. We look forward to this, and we look forward to you guys being here, especially our regulars. If you guys haven't liked the stream, and let's see, nobody's leaving comments, so that's fine. Yeah, if you haven't liked the stream, remember to like it. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you head on over to Facebook and join the FPVnoobtube Facebook community.
And me and Josh also have channels as well, surprisingly or not. Come on by.
Yeah, mine's been pretty sketchy lately, but go give Chuck a sub. So anyway, that's that. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your Wednesdays, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Woo woo.